Hello, everyone, and welcome to HAB's 2023 webinar series. My name is John McGuigan, and I'm the Director of Industry Affairs at the Haas Avocado Board. Thank you for tuning into this webinar to hear about HAB's work in the sustainability space and our creation of the Avocado Sustainability Center. Our efforts in sustainability for the avocado industry and all of the players that participate here in the market in the United States really began in earnest in 2020. We have been working intensely in the area since then and are proud that our commitment has established the Avocado Sustainability Center, or the ASC, as an example of our intentions in sustainability and our industry's resolve to measure, improve, and be transparent about our efforts. Our goal here today is to share insights that can help you to see that commitment and the work that we've been doing these past few years to prepare ourselves for this long journey. We will also share with you our newly developed and launched ASC website. We know that you will find it useful and informative, and we look forward to watching the industry and others use it as a tool in the avocado sustainability space. We believe that both of these actions will equip the entire avocado industry for success. Our webinar format has changed this year to on-demand for greater convenience. You can access this information and all past and future webinars on demand at haasavocadoboard.com/webinars. Alrighty, let's get started. So one of my main jobs at HAB is managing the sustainability strategic pillar of our strategic plan and developing our approach, which means the U.S. industry's approach to sustainability. We represent stakeholders from 5 different countries of origin, which makes tackling a complex issue like sustainability even more challenging. I'm going to talk today about our avocado sustainability commitment in the U.S. to healthy food, healthy people, and a healthy planet. We have all seen these stories, the videos, the mockumentaries, and the YouTubes. You know, the ones that keep us up at night. And we've all read the articles online and in the news that tell us how bad we are. Why do outsiders, people who have never stepped foot in an avocado grove, want to tell people how our product is not sustainable? And everyone on this webinar has asked themselves, how is this affecting us? Short term, long term, is this taking away from our story? And what do people really believe? Articles about prices dropping around the world, demand not keeping up with supply. And we think, where do these stories originate from? And we question, does it have anything to do with sustainability and all the outside negativity? But I guarantee that we have all asked this one simple question. Why don't we tell our sustainability story? We knew we had to do just that, so we went to work. But we learned it's more complex than it seems. However, over the past several years, the concept of an Avocado Sustainability Center started to build some momentum with the stakeholders and the board members at the Haas Avocado Board. One of the reasons why is because sustainability is a strategic priority of the Haas Avocado Board. In 2020, as we were writing our strategic plan, we upped our game and made it an integrated pillar of all of our strategy across all the other dimensions of our work. It's part of our purpose, part of our mission, and we have a sustainability guiding value in our plan. And that is that we believe and support the concept that fulfilling the needs of today's society can be accomplished without compromising meeting those of future generations. So we knew we had to roll up our sleeves, getting everyone on board, and start the heavy lifting of getting this program developed and getting our story out to customers and consumers alike. So it was back then in 2020 when the concept or the idea of the Avocado Sustainability Center really started to take shape. At HAB, we already have the Avocado Nutrition Center in the nutrition space, and it's running quite successfully as my colleague, Dr. Nikki Ford, leads that effort. So we thought, why reinvent the wheel? Let's create a similar structure in the sustainability space and hope that it will be half as good as the program we have developed around nutrition. A quick timeline to show you how the concept of the avocado sustainability took shape and the work that we knew we had to do to make it successful. Base it on customer and consumer-centric model. So talk to them and really find out what's important to our consumers and what impacts their buying decisions when it comes to sustainability. We did that work in 2020 and 2021. We created a sustainability task force in 2021 to flesh out the concept of the center, the vision, the focus, the competency areas, the governance, and the structure. That work was done in 2021. The governance question was answered by creating the Avocado Sustainability Advisory, the governance body of the center. These folks were selected in early 2022, and they were tasked with creating the strategic plan for the center itself. First, I would like to review the vision statement that was developed for the center. The Avocado Sustainability Center, the ASC, will become the premier provider of sustainability research, data, and information for the Hass avocado industry, and a trusted thought leader in the field of sustainability and agriculture that will provide a better future for this industry. It's aspirational, yes, it's lofty, but it's become a guiding principle when we think about this work. Speaking of guiding principles, we created strong, structured guiding principles for the center and began every meeting by reiterating these values to drive our work and our conversations in the right direction for the industry. We committed to embrace capturing industry accomplishments and strengths, aligning our efforts with consumers and customer priorities, prioritizing efforts that have the greatest industry benefit, and of course, to be transparent and collaborative in all that we do. We also committed to avoid efforts that could divide the industry, discussions on research that could be weaponized and used against other countries, and any efforts that could be interpreted by anyone as greenwashing. We knew that we did not want to use industry opinions to drive this effort. We wanted to use data and research to drive the process. We really didn't know what consumers were thinking, so we had to talk to them. Consumers were the key, specifically avocado consumers, and their changing perspectives on sustainability. Their opinions, whatever they were, truly mattered. So we set out and we talked to them. And in all of the research, we talked with well over 3,000 medium, heavy, and super heavy consumers of fresh avocados here in the United States. We did qualitative focus groups. We did quantitative max diff research, surveying 1,400 US avocado purchasers. And we also did a concept statement and to test that survey, and we talked to 1,600 more consumers about that effort. So what did we find out? 2/3 of avocado purchasers have some true understanding of what sustainability in foods actually means, and they knew specifically what sustainability in produce meant. 65% are passionate or care very much about sustainability. Most surprisingly, 14% of medium, heavy, and super heavy purchasers rated sustainability as their #1 purchase priority over taste and health. We found that the more avocados a consumer purchased, the more they knew and cared about sustainability. But the bottom line was that in total, consumers in the US responsible for 96% of avocado purchases are aware, engaged, and concerned about sustainability. From this and other consumer research, we also know that we have powerful strengths that consumers truly believe in. A very potent combination of great taste and great health benefits. So we're starting from a position of strength, and we can build sustainability onto this foundation of confidence. Deliciously healthy is a value proposition that many industries would love to have. We also learned that sustainability to these consumers offers us both an upside and a downside potential to impact them and us. On the upside potentials, number 4 was the most surprising to us. Our consumers, our avocado lovers, have little awareness and or concern about the avocado stories I shared with you at the top of this presentation. There has been a very, very small impact, if any at all. Our value proposition is shielding us from most of the negatives so far. But the downside can be significant as well. as point number 3 shows that a small erosion of purchasers by this very loyal, very heavy purchase group could have a large impact on sales and volume. If it starts to turn them off, we learned it's vital to build a compelling sustainability program, a story and messaging to take advantage of the upside and to protect us from the downside. So finally, we had our consumer research, we had our concept statement, and we had created the Avocado Sustainability Center Advisory. It was now time to develop, as a team, the strategic plan for the center. Here is a shout out to the people who developed the plan over the course of 9 months in 2022, from January through September. We value their service, and we want to thank you in your efforts to help us guide this effort for the entire industry. So, over the course of many meetings and much discussion, and with great care, the group coalesced around these 3 priority research areas for the center to investigate first: water use, efficiency, and productivity, avocado production and transport carbon footprint, and the economic and social impact of our product on the communities in which we operate. But we did learn quite a bit from this group in terms of framing the discussion and what we should prioritize, and what we needed to remember, and what this group was willing to include in the work that needed to be done. Some real insights were garnered, like point 3 here. All ASA members like the approach of leaning into the positive. Put more energy into creating positive messaging for each audience versus trying to respond to negative challenges in the marketplace. A few more important considerations and direction from the ASA. Support the concept of regeneration. Leave it better than we found it. Don't compare us to other commodities, whatever the product. Let's focus on telling our story. Appreciate the complexity of this work and believe that we are in it for the long haul. And everyone liked the approach of looking at the output of our product, a nutritional, environmental return on investment of what we put in. So now, with that work done, it was time to build the plan, the objectives and the strategies, outlining how we were going to get there. So from all of our earlier work in the ASA meetings, we concluded that the Avocado Sustainability Center should have 3 strategic pillars of the center, and they are research, communication resources, and industry coordination. Let's dig into each one. Right to the plan. Under the research pillar, we have 2 objectives. Number 1, determine the optimal research approaches to undertake these 3 priority sustainability research areas. The research we are going to conduct now and into the future needs to be looked at through a strategic plan, not merely randomly picking areas because they're the hot sustainability areas today. We are mapping out our research right now with the help of an outside scientific resource. Objective number 2, build a comprehensive archive of sustainability information and data. Every ASA country group we talked to agreed with this methodology to collect, house, and provide access to all the information relating to avocado sustainability, that it really belonged in one place. And we think that's the ASC website. Development is critical and it's a high priority, and we're scheduling it to be launched in late October, early November of this year. Under the communication resource pillar, we believe the 2 objectives should be: create sustainability copy points that are relevant, convincing, target audience centric, and USDA approved for use by all industry stakeholders. HAB obviously has experience in this area in nutrition. It's another place where we should copy processes and things we've been doing in nutrition to develop practices for our sustainability initiative. However, we need to make sure it's all turnkey, so all industry members in the supply chain, and make sure that all of them have access to these messaging and let them use it frequently. Second objective, develop measurement tools to track awareness, attitudes, and success towards specific goals and objectives. We need to make sure that we measure what we are doing, have goals and objectives to measure our progress against, and keep talking to our consumers to see if the work we are doing is actually doing its job and its intended job, enhancing consumer thinking about the avocado sustainability efforts. Third, under industry coordination pillar, we have 4 objectives, but the 2 to highlight here are, number 1, coordinate research, best practices, and innovation across the industry. Share information, and what is working in one area with all countries of origin should be shared with others. The idea of research harmonization across the countries came up, sharing information and acting collaboratively. Objective number 2, coordinate sustainability data and information to and from the ASC. This is an important objective because the industry needs this information to reside somewhere, both collecting it and disseminating it. It has to be the center's responsibility, not individual players or individual countries. We are also aware that if we don't communicate this work out to the world, those outside people that we talked about up front will keep filling the void with skewed and warped information built to get them eyeballs on screens and increased ad revenues. So this is how we see our communication approach as an industry. We've concluded that our approach and framework on our sustainability narrative will be driven by 3 impacts: positive personal health impacts, positive planetary health impacts, and positive societal impacts. The winning banner in our concept statement test from the consumers was healthy food, healthy people, healthy planet. Our narrative needs to live in this space, and we need to ground our messages to these 3 pillars. As we build out our narrative, we are going to be telling a story, and there's no better story in the world than telling a story about a journey. We see the narrative or communications being the story about this industry's journey of stewardship, innovation, and productivity. We see it playing out in 3 time spectrums. What have we accomplished over the past 10 years? Where are we today, and where do we want to go in the future? And we need to focus our communications and talk with clarity about our intent to do better and to be better. So that's the sustainability journey of the Haas Avocado Board so far, and we invite you to join us. If you have data sets, research that could help, please reach out to us and let us know. If you have ideas on what to do, how to do it, or how to talk about it, let us know. We are open and transparent, and we want the industry to be the solution, not any 1 or 2 entities in it. But let's get it right, and let's do it now. So that's the Avocado Sustainability Center. Now, let's spend a little bit of time looking at our recently developed Avocado Sustainability website that we are currently launching. We have been working for the past 7 to 8 months developing this site with substantiation for the sustainability claims that are presenting there, with backup from the research library that we are also creating and pulling together to host on this site. All the verbiage on the site is USDA approved points and can be used by the industry as they talk about the avocado sustainability effort. Enjoy the visit, and here's the website.